which is weird because there's actually nobody here with me, and I'm really working to get comfortable on a camera where I'm not actually talking to people, which is what I love to do. This was just supposed to be a test video, but as I sit here in this moment, I'm really overwhelmed with the opportunity that I have to share with the world and hopefully impact other people. I'm not sure how you found me, either through Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, but I want to say that I'm happy that you're here. I have been on an amazing journey in my life with a lot of ups and a lot of downs and a lot of fun and sorrow in between. And the biggest lesson that I've learned throughout all of this is that I decide how I'm going to feel about everything that happens in my life. I've downplayed successes and over-focused on failures in my life. Some successes I've been very excited about, those that are very real and clear to me. Others I've been more subdued about. I've been through a lot of challenges, but in a lot of ways I've allowed my challenges to define me more than my successes. And what I mean by that is that we all want to know what it means to be significant in the world. We all want to feel significant in some way. It's a need of ours, that we matter, we have a reason for being here. And I focused far too long on having a reason to be here that was counter to who I actually was. My reason to be here, my significance, was about being the cool guy. And to me, the cool guy was being the drug guy, because I was taught as growing up that drugs are cool. And I spent a lot of time making friends through use of drugs or surprising people because they would think, wow, you're so successful and you do that? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm different. I am different. I'm awesome, first of all. And I'm an achiever. I'm somebody who sets goals and goes after them vigorously and accomplishes them. And I decide to pursue those goals quickly, and I change my mind very slowly about the things that I want to do. And I change my mind frequently, and that's okay. It's alright for you to change your mind when you realize that something might be too much for you to chew, or that it will distract you from your true purpose in life. That's totally fine. I think that the way to approach life is to know that you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, whatever you're willing to put your all into. I have a friend who I was studying for the LSAT with. I'm an attorney, if you didn't know. And I was studying for the LSAT with him, and I ended up taking it. I did fairly well, and then he didn't take it that time. He eventually took it, and he got a score that he didn't really want. And I said to him, did you do your best? He said, well, yeah. I said, did you do every single problem that they gave to you? He said, well, no. I said, well, did you do all the extra problems that they gave you, all the additional problems? He said, no. I said, how many tests did you take in preparation for that? He said, 4. You know, you're supposed to take like 15. And I said, hey, did you not do well because you did your best, or did you not do well because you didn't try your hardest? And the truth was, he hasn't tried his hardest. And some of us go through life thinking that we have not done our best, or that we failed, or that we can't be what we want to be, but we've never really put a real effort into being who we want to be. Let's be honest. I've talked myself out of so many things that would have helped me in my past. Mostly of growing up. I'm happy to be a grown up now, but it took a while. And I think that we all have the opportunity to truly determine the direction of our life, the outcome of our life, how we feel about our lives every day. It's not up to anybody else but us. It's not up to the circumstances, it's up to us. And so when you think about where your life is right now, ask yourself, have I done everything that I can to grow? Not to succeed, but to be the best me that I can be. Because you have to cultivate how you feel, just like you cultivate the things that you want in your life, just like you cultivate relationships and you cultivate careers and you cultivate opportunities. You have to cultivate you. And if you haven't put the effort into being the best you that you can be, into knowing yourself, into valuing yourself, into loving yourself, into making yourself the person that you most admire in the world, if you haven't done that yet, then you've still got a lot to do. And if you haven't done that yet, then know that you can just erase anything that hasn't gone right for you. You can erase any pain or regret that you felt. You can erase it and know that the person that you were before, that's not the best person that you can be. Give the best person that you can be a chance to shine. I finally was able to do that sometime last year when I shook my story. I shook the story that drugs made me cool, but I also shook the story that I was predisposed to using drugs. I shook the story that the fact that I came from a family with some substance abuse problems meant that it was going to be my life. I shook the story that in order to be cool, in order to be valued, in order to be involved, I had to use drugs. I had to shake that story. And the story that I found after that was that on the other side of all that was so much celebration, so much triumph. And yes, there was pain in my life. I've lost some people. I lost my mother. That was very challenging. It was hard to cope with, but I decided how I was going to cope with it. I had to shake my story. And what I realized after having the opportunity to start a business and, well, which made me responsible for my own life, for the clients I was serving, for and in a public setting where I would be scrutinized and recognized and celebrated, but if I fell, everybody would see it. I asked myself, am I my best? Because what I knew is that to serve my best, I had to be my best. And finally, I made that decision to say, I'm going to put everything I can into growing into the person that I truly want to be. And that was the beginning of my personal development journey. And the return on that has been tremendous. I've had the best year of my life. Absolutely. I don't know even how to measure that these days, but all I know is that this last year, I've become more of myself than I've ever been. And it feels great to have that experience. But what I also know is I'm only a fraction of what I will be. I'm only a fraction of what I can be, and that's exciting because every day I have an opportunity to grow more. Every day I have an opportunity to learn a new way to improve myself and improve the world. We're all here for a reason. My reason is to help people. Just straight up, plain and simple. I know it. Okay? It's about helping you and other people reach their potential. The potential for their lives, the potential for their relationships, the potential for their career. Just being able to be the fullest, the best version of themselves that they can be. And I've done that for years with friends and people that I've mentored, and it's always brought me so much pleasure. But the question is, have I done it for myself? Well, now that I've worked on myself and developed myself, I found so many things that I was doing right before, which was why I was so successful. But I also identified the things that I was doing wrong, the roadblocks. One of those was that significance through bringing myself down to the level of a drug user instead of lifting myself up to the level of an achiever and being proud of that and owning that. I own that now. I am an achiever and I am proud of it. I was such a nerd as a kid. I don't know where drugs came in. The whole story changed when that happened, but it changed back now. I am back to that guy. And whoever you are, whatever you lost, whatever dreams that you had growing up that you always wished that you would pursue, whatever pain that you've experienced, whatever you've dwelled on that's kept you from being who you want to be, whatever loss you've experienced that you've decided will not allow you to live your life the same again, I'm here to tell you that at any point you can decide. You can decide to change and to be that exact person that you want to be and to commit yourself to growth. When you grow, there's literally more of you. Imagine that. I've done things this year that I never imagined I would do ever. And the plans that I have are simply outrageous. But I believe in myself because I'm committed to my growth. And anybody can achieve their potential in their life if they commit to it. It's like my friend who didn't take all the tests and didn't do all the questions. He hadn't put his all into it, so he couldn't expect the result that he wanted. So my question for you is, have you put your all into life? Have you put your all into yourself? Do you believe that you can do it? Do you believe that you're worth it? These are critical questions. And if you're not where you want to be today, but you haven't put your all into being the best you can be, well, that's not tragic. That's a great opportunity, because it means that you can join me on this journey and learn how to grow intentionally in a way that will allow you to reach your greatest potential, which is all we're really meant to do. So I hope you'll come back to this page and watch my YouTube videos. Follow me on Instagram at KhalifAsagai, Twitter at KhalifAsagai, Facebook /KhalifAsagai, LinkedIn KhalifAsagai. Just Google me, I'm the only one. Thank you for watching this video if you made it to the end, and I'll actually come back with something planned one of these days, soon. So check out my second YouTube video coming soon. Thank you.